was laid off 2 months ago from my engineering job, and I am currently trying to decide if I should move to a different city.
You know what the worst part about being laid off is that you signed a legal document saying like you can't discuss why you're laid off or like the circumstances that led up to the layoff.
Well, never would I thought that this would have happened to me, but it finally happened, y'all. So I was just getting off of work, maybe like 25, 30, 40 minutes ago, when we had like an emergency meeting. It was just a quick meeting they added at 1 o'clock. Anytime a company adds like a last minute meeting, to me, especially my experience with this company I'm with now, it always means like something is going to happen. Either somebody's getting let go, or a group of people are being let go, or major changes are going to happen. So me and my provider were just in a car. I was about to drop her off. We decided to listen to the meeting together, of course. And just listening within like the first 5 minutes, we're like, yeah, they're laying us off. The meeting goes forward. They're letting us know how they're going to help us through the transition, the process, when our last day is going to be, so-and-so. And the whole time I'm thinking like, damn, like I've been seeing a lot of people on social media get laid off from their jobs. And I'm just like, I pray for everyone that's going through that, and I hope to never experience that. Literally, like yesterday, I was just like, I'm so grateful for my job. It's not perfect, but I appreciate it. It enables me to keep food where I live, a place over my head, stuff like that. And to go in just within 24 to 48 hours in a position where I'm going to be having to look for a job. I'm gonna have to think about bills, my rent, just car insurance, having insurance to get my medications. And like, you try not to stress or worry yourself too much, but just like, it's so unpredictable, especially in this economy. But I'm trying to be positive about it and be like, this is just God's way of directing me in a better path, in a better direction. Like, don't stress on it. And I did not plan on drinking this Friday, but child.
I got laid off. I had just 6 months prior bought my first ever brand new car. I had started paying off my long-standing credit card debt, but I wasn't quite done with it yet. So I got laid off with $60,000 in credit card and car debt. To make it even more fun, I was planning two weddings. Both my kids were getting married. I was planning and paying for both their weddings at the time. I had no backup plan. Zero backup plan. So layoffs always suck. They're never convenient, and I am not unique in the fact that my layoff was traumatic for me. But my layoff taught me something powerful and something that I will take with me for the rest of my life. My layoff taught me that I cannot count on someone else's company. I cannot count on corporate America to take care of me financially and secure my financial future ever again. And I was able to find a new job, but in that new job, I never will find the security that I thought I had before because it was all fake. So what my layoff taught me was that I needed to find a new way. I needed to find a safety net. I needed to find something that would provide for me and my family should any of the other what ifs happen. Because of my layoff, I was able to find digital marketing. Because of my layoff, I was able to find a blueprint that walked me step by step through setting up my online business. It taught me skills that are transferable so that I can now make other online businesses work. It taught me how I can have daily pay. It taught me how I can do income earning activities in just 2 hours a day so it can work around my crazy busy schedule. Layoffs suck, but I'm really thankful for my layoff.
Listen, man, layoffs do suck, but hey, I be telling people, bro, like, at my current job, well, I don't be telling them, but I be understanding and thinking like, okay, it's 2026. Major companies are laying off workers, right? Okay, cool. Now let's do a little bit of a math, right? And this is the math that I've been thinking about all the time, every single day, every waking hour. I think of this math, and I'm gonna tell you right now. Okay, so in your current job right now, right, there's workers, right? Every job has workers. With that being said, if that job was to release 80% of that workforce, 100% of those people wouldn't have no source of income to generate outside of that job. Say that again. If your job lay off 80% of their workforce, I can guarantee you 1,000% that almost 100% of those workers don't have a side hustle or something else that is generating money outside of that 9-to-5 job. Now, we all can, let's be adults here. Say this. People don't understand how vulnerable they really are. You are one job away from being homeless. You are one job away from being in debt. You are one job away from losing everything. Let that sink in your brain real quick. That should show you how vulnerable you really are. And people, like, it don't matter if you're the most hardest worker. It don't matter if you anything. Once they let you go, you are let go. Now what thing can you do in order to make sure your rent is paid, in order to make sure your car note is paid, in order to make sure you have food in your refrigerator, in order to make sure your light stays on, in order to make sure everything is taken care of without the job? And if you can't think of something that can generate something besides all that, you're screwed. You're gonna have to put in extra effort in order to make sure you and your family is safe. That's why I be encouraging y'all to work harder, to put extra hours in. Because look, I need to make as much money as I can at this job before they fire me. That is my thought. And I've been thinking that for a long time. I need to work as hard as I can as possible before my job fire me. And I know that's like the most craziest thought to ever think of, but you gotta think about it, bro. All the stuff that I have is due to that job. My recording, my setup, every single thing is due to that job. My car. This is not my things. These are not the things that I work for myself. These are the things that the job paid me to have. Let that sink in your spirit too. All these things is for my job. This is not from me. This is not from working for myself. This is from working from a 9-to-5 job. I know if they was to fire me and I didn't have any, like, and I stopped working for that job, majority of the stuff right here would be gone. This is not from my hard work. This is not from me. This is from the job. This is the job money. This is not from my money. That's why I encourage y'all to work for yourselves. Work for you. But you know, some people can't do that because working for yourself requires effort, requires more action. Working a 9-to-5 job is more easier than working for yourself. Working for yourself, you got to put in extra effort, hard work, 24/7, 7 days out the week, around the clock. But would you rather go in that route in order to get fired and then don't have anything else to sustain you to make sure that you're still secured? Or you're going to put in those extra hours on your side hustle or whatever you're building on the side to make sure that if you was to get fired, you would still be straight. And I'm going to leave it with that, bro. If you like this type of content, don't forget to hit like, comment, subscribe. And I catch you guys in the next video. And yeah, man. Peace.